Civilization 7's most recent update has fundamentally changed the way that food is calculated for cities. And that is incredibly exciting because it means that we can actually do one city challenges and stand a chance against the deity AI. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the next stage of our one city challenge. If you missed the first part of this video, I'll leave a link in the description to where you can catch that. We did relatively well in this playthrough, 130 turns. We managed to get through with 106 science and 105 culture, so not too bad. However, on the legacy path component, it wasn't that good. Economic failed, science pretty much failed, and military obviously failed with only one settlement. But fortunately for cultural legacy path, we did do quite well. So this video is going to be very much about how we can stabilize ourselves in the exploration era after having a relatively solid antiquity, and of course, trying our best to get Machu Picchu. So let's get to it. It is time. Now, with regard to our civilization, I don't think we need to go. To be honest, I don't even think we can pick up the Inca. So I think we're just going to be going for something standard, like that you would be playing with Confucius. I'm thinking maybe Ming makes the most sense. They get quite a good set of bonuses, actually. When you think about it, they get plus 50% science. By the way, for some reason, the music just pops off right now. The Ming get quite a good set of bonuses. So we've only got available to us Chola, which would be decent for trade, but it doesn't really do much for us with regard to anything else. Magic per hit's going to hurt us more than it's going to help us because we lose that specialist limit. The Shawnee, I'll be honest, I've never really thought much of them, and I don't think this is probably the best time to try them. And unfortunately, everything else is locked, so that really leaves us just with the Ming. And I think they're actually quite a good solution to our problem. So 50% science in the capital. Obviously, our capital is the only city that we've got, so it naturally makes sense for us to go into it. We've also got access to the Ming Great Wall, and that's going to combo really well with some of the natural wonders. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm confident this is going to be a solid run through. So let's get into it. We're going to be attempting to try and take this one down. Now, one thing to note is when it comes to our goals in this age, like we need to be reasonable about what we're doing. We're obviously not going to be getting treasure fleets because we're not going to be settling the distant lands because we can only make one settlement. So that's the first thing. When it comes to military, we're not going to be able to have these settlements in distant lands, so that's not going to work. Science, we need to have 5 districts that are not the city center with 40 total yield each. I think this one should be pretty manageable, and I wouldn't be surprised if we meet that by about turn 40. Somewhere in that region. And then finally, culture. Display 12 relics in your empire. We'll try our best to get that, but I don't know how we're going to go about storing or slotting all those relics in, because normally you're going to be putting them through in temples. And of course, we don't have a whole lot of cities to be putting temples down, so we'll try our best. But anyway, let's get into it. So when it comes to choosing our legacy paths, the most important thing for me here is that we at least pick up one Diplo point. We're going to need that to come down towards the 50% influence. So that is at a bare minimum what we need. We did get quite a few wonders as well, so I think we definitely want to go for Wondrous Heritage. So we'll do that. We'll take the Diplo point, and that leaves us, that's our 3 points. So I don't think we go for the Amphitheater, because if you look at the Amphitheater, I think it was on this tile right here, it's not the highest adjacency. It's a single mountain, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to go Golden Age. So we'll do that, and we'll also pick up the 1 economic point. We do have the option for an extra 6 science off the codexes, but what I'm thinking might be better is if we just take 2 scientific attribute points. There's something that I want to try in this playthrough with the scientific attribute point. We'll also go ahead and grab a cultural attribute point, and that will round us out. So let's go ahead and spend our points. So our cultural attribute point, we'll start us off in here. Diplo point will move down towards this one right here because we can befriend independence at a lot more affordable price. We'll grab the extra gold. And for scientific, I want to try this legend unlock. So +1 to the adjacencies of standard gold production and science buildings. So I don't know exactly how this works, but as an example over here, this is how I think it works. We've got a +1, 2, 3, 4 adjacency on this building if it's a science building. So that should be giving you, if you do the math, +4 science. And then you put a specialist on that, that's going to be another 2 science, another specialist, that's another 2 science. And my thinking is that with that, that should even multiply that even further. And all of a sudden make that, instead of 4 science, that would make it 8 science. And because of that, it should also multiply the specialist. So we'll have to give that a try. So I'm going to hold these close to my chest, these points. And we're just going to wait before we actually do it. We'll keep these in the back pocket, just being aware. Once we get our observatory online, that's when we'll do it. So it should be pretty quick to actually go through this. I think when it comes to starting off, we're not going to worry too much about units. I think we're just going to pretty much play it around getting our buildings up. So we'll go ahead and I think we'll just start by building down here. And then we can probably even move to the bazaar sooner rather than later. I think we want to avoid overbuilding. At least at the early stages of the game. We want to go for astronomy early to pick up the observatory. We can't get Serpent Mound, unfortunately, because it needs to be placed in grassland, and we are down in the tropics, so we're not going to be able to place that down, even though I would absolutely love to, because we've got quite a few improvements that are unique and would definitely work out quite a lot of bonuses from that. The main focus for me, at least from the outset, is getting quite a bit of production on board. So we might come up to machinery to grab the sawmill. We could even go up to castles to grab the dungeon. But I think moving down to education makes a lot of sense. So the sooner we can get down here, because this world wonder is actually quite powerful. So 2 science on all rural tiles in the settlement. So at the moment, I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, we can just hover over this. We've got 11. So that's an extra 22. And that, of course, is going to be, quite strong. So I think just getting all of these out of the way nice and early is going to be pretty good. So we'll go ahead and do that. From our cultural perspective, this is going to be our biggest struggle because we're only making 62 culture return here. So I'm thinking we probably want to try and play the normal way that we play with any standard opening, which is where we really try and focus on trade. So I think the best bet here might be to move into piety, look to try and pick up our religion, look to try and grab commune for an extra 20% production towards overbuilding, and then come down into economics. And then from there, look to pick up our reformation bonus, and then maybe come into 9 garrisons, look to pick up some of these bonuses. But the main one that we're going to be going for is that extra 50% science. That's the big one. So we'll go ahead and we'll pick up our social policies. And I think our army commander can pretty much just tell everybody just to chill out, just sit in your spot if you wouldn't mind. Actually, we probably want to come down towards this position, though. I guess we could argue about coming up to here, and we want to try and find the city states. Now, keep in mind we are getting a discount on city states, so we're going to be able to befriend a whole bunch. Now, there are quite a few out here. So we're going to start by just doing that. There's a 227 right there. What else have we got? We've got Chiang Mai down here. Zimbabwe is out over here. We've got a whole bunch of them. So definitely quite a few. So it's always... I love how Ruin is the capital. How do you even select... Oh, you know how you select Ruin? Because you don't have any other... You don't have any other cities that you can choose from. That's kind of wild, actually. I think we'll just take Chiang Mai. So that's our first 2, and we've got 6 influence left. And from here, we're doing a 1 city challenge. So maybe 20% food actually makes the most sense, just because we need every little bit of food that we can. Though overbuilding's kind of powerful as well, but I think we're going to be doing a lot of building world wonders. So probably a good idea just to avoid that for the moment. So that's going to be our goal early on. I think this is a pretty solid start, though. I'm curious to see how it plays out, though, because like compared to Civ 6, it's going to be, I suspect, quite difficult to do this. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be a true test. So we've got our first Diplo action. We're just going to take the 4 culture for the moment, though arguably we should have left a little bit of culture for ourselves just so that we could take that, because like you think 12 culture right now, that is game changing if we could grab that. Now we don't have the ability to overbuild. We have the ability to overbuild, but we're not getting the bonus for it yet. But I mean, we've already got 48 production, which is quite a bit of production. So I think we just go ahead and not fuss too much about, whether or not we've got that little bit of overbuilding bonus. It's a small little detail, realistically. Okay, so we've made it out to the archipelago, and so far, nothing that we've been able to spot just yet, but we do have our religion that's just immediately come through. What is the go with that? So let's go ahead, and Frederick is now befriending us. So we picked up our first scientific point. Or, sorry, our first research. So I think we probably want to go for gristmill here. I don't think we need to worry too much about the wharf, just because that's going to give us production and food. So we'll definitely do that just to start off with. Oh, no, that's not our religion. That's somebody else. Hinduism's already been founded. That is very early, and we've already got another one. So Interfaith Dialogue's been taken. Icons has been taken. I don't think we're going to be picking up too much. Like, another 6 turns for piety. Jeez, this is going to be tough. All right, so we're going to throw down over here. So this is what I want to see, right? So we need to calculate. I want to see exactly what kind of bonuses we're getting before and after we actually slot this in, because by my calculations, this should actually be a really, really good bonus to have. Let's actually come over here and pick this up. So we can grab the culture, or we can get the happiness towards the next celebration. I tell you what, that's actually, that's shaving off 30 turns right there for our next celebration. Or we could take the culture, which is only 2 turns. I think we're going to have to take the celebration right there. And we get the heal as well, which is absolutely lovely. And do we look to befriend a city-state as well? I don't actually know a whole lot about the exploration age city-states and which one is the high priority to be befriending, especially like right now at this stage. So I'm just going to go across the board and we'll scout it out as we go. So we've got another one over here. So Tondo will befriend you as well. And I think we want to try and befriend, obviously we want to try and befriend all of them. So we've got an option to ally with Ashoka. Let's double check and make sure he's not at war with anybody. Not yet, though he is hostile with Frederick, so we'll have to be aware of that. So Ashoka's done relatively well in the last age, so he's got a decent empire. Looks like he was playing Axum. So we've got 1 turn until our observatory is complete, and down towards this position, I think, do we just come across here? I mean, we should probably be arguably coming out towards these shipwrecks. These are quite decent. And we've accidentally just skipped over something, so we can examine the ship, or we can take the influence. Oh, that's a good question. I think we just take the influence right here. Let's go ahead and do that. We've also healed up by doing this. So now we can move into economics, which will give us the ability to make our unique merchant. So by doing this, we don't really gain a whole lot, plus 100 gold when using the create a road action. We're not going to be creating a whole lot of roads in this game, but it does unlock the unit in the first place, so I think we still want to go ahead and do that. And we're going to want to go and get our temple ahead and putting our temple down. So keep in mind, we are going to be putting Machu Picchu over on this tile right here. We've also got the option to do it over here, but it's going to be hard because we've got 2 resources here. We've technically got 2 wonders on this position, but I mean, you've also got the 3rd wonder here that's blocking. So we're going to avoid putting a wonder on this tile, and we're going to try and put more buildings on this tile, but that's going to be the goal for this game. So when it comes to our temple, we could put the temple down on this position right here. I don't mind that. I think that probably makes the most sense, actually. So we'll go ahead and put that down here. Let's check back over onto this position. So we'll make our way across. Probably not the smartest decision to make your way across right here. And here, I think we just come straight up into education. We could look to go into more production, though I don't know how much we're really going to be needing that. How are we doing, by the way, on our influence? So next turn, we're going to be able to get our 4th city-state befriended. We might even want to look at befriending the city-states that have yet to be befriended, if that makes sense. I mean, there's a lot that are out here. What was that sound? Was that a religion being founded? It was, dude, there's so many religions. Already 4 religions being founded on turn 15. I tell you what, when you're doing one city challenge, you really lack the tempo from early exploration. Like, it feels like I'm going to be missing out on a lot of things that I normally wouldn't be able to do. What do you mean we're under attack right here? Hold on a minute. Oh no, that's Ashoka. I apologize. Do they use the same thing? So we're just going to stay neutral here. I think they use the same icon to show whether or not they are at war versus whether a unit has been attacked. It must be the same, because I got confused. Is that Serpent Mound? No, it's not. It's Hail OQ, which we weren't planning on making, but I tell you what, I kind of wish we were, because we need all the assistance we can get out here, and we're not going to be allying ourselves here. That is a war that is happening. Okay, so here's our first decision that we can make. We can grab the Stonehead. Now, I'm hesitant to do this already because we've got a cultural bonus, and we've also got, we've got the Ming Wall that we can build, and we've already got these hill forts down, which are really good. So that kind of gets rid of this Stonehead. Culture buildings receive +1 culture for every city-state you're a suzerain of. I think this is going to be quite good. You can receive a relic, which is not too bad, or a +1 social policy. Now, that's not a relic for every time you're a suzerain of a city-state. It's just like a flat, like just here's a relic. So this wouldn't be bad to start off with, but I think we just want to we want to guarantee this, I think, at the very least. So let's go ahead and grab that. Just to start off with, we've also got science. So once again, monastery we're not going to be going for. Science buildings receive +1 science for every city-state you're a suzerain of, and 5% science for every city-state you are a suzerain of. So for the moment, I think we probably just want to take this bonus, because obviously it's giving us a way more. Receive a population in your capital when you become a suzerain of a city-state, including this one, Eureka. Or receive a free technology when you become a suzerain of a city-state, including this one. Wow, okay, we've got some options. Now, my fear right now is that if we take that free tech, it's just going to give us cartography. And that doesn't feel like a good trade deal. I don't like that. So let's go into Eureka instead. And now we go from 38 to 39. We can now put a specialist down as well. And I think we want to start putting specialists down on our tiles around our inevitable, our guaranteed Machu Picchu. So that's what we're going to do here. So we'll look to slot that in. And what have we got? We've got 2 production on the observatory or plus 125 science. I think we just take the 2 production on the observatory. Probably the best bet here. And now we've got the option for gristmill and sawmill. So let's go ahead and just double check where we can place all of these. So it's all going to be over the same tiles. So I think what we might do is actually just put them down on top of this right here. We'll do the double right there. And now we can finally grab our religion. So we'll just go with Taoism. It's nice and simple. And what options do we have? Oh, I don't like this already. Oh, I don't like this already. Okay. 1 relic for first. Oh, we've got 4 options. 2 relics for first-time conversion of another civilization settlement producing treasure fleets, which shouldn't be that hard to do. I don't know how much the AI is really going after that. Plus 1 relic for the first-time conversion of another civilization settlement with at least 10 rural population. Or we can do this one. I think this one's actually quite easy, 10 urban population. So if you look down here like at Roma, right? That's 10 rural population. Wait, 16 urban, 19 urban. That's 11 rural. So that's 2 urban that we can do right there. That's another urban. That's 3. How about this one? That's another one. That's another one. So already we're up to 5. That's probably going to be 6 soon. Like, urban is definitely viable. There's another one over here, another one over here. Yeah, we could totally get some relics for big conversions on urban. So let's go ahead and we'll do that. I think that makes the most sense. This is actually quite a good one. It's only plus 1 relic, though. And which way are we going to do it? So 4 culture for every region. Sorry. 4 culture for every foreign religion following your religion. Excuse me. We're getting late. What's the time? 12:33. Every foreign settlement following your religion. Excuse me. That's probably about the best one. Like, normally you'd go interfaith dialogue is good. Tithe is also good, but I think this makes sense. And then we'll look to change out from economics. Do we want to change out from economics right now and go into theology? Because I feel like we probably want economics first so we can get everything into position and then we'll get theology. That's probably the play. So let's do that. So we'll continue along here with economics. Unfortunately, this guy is going to go down. So we do actually meet somebody, which is a relief, to say the least. Hello there. Hi, Chung Truck. Nice to meet you. She's playing... Is that Majapahit? I think that is Majapahit, isn't it? It is Majapahit. So we're not going to start a research collab with her. We're already doing pretty decently on the science. But you know what we will do? We will befriend Isfahan. These guys are... Hold on. We've got Istanbul. We've got Isfahan. Have we got Tehran in here as well? I'm pretty sure I saw Tehran. Maybe I was imagining. I thought we had all the Persian, all the Iranian cities. We're coming to say hello. That's another one. Sikhism has been found. Unfortunately, our cog has gone down. So that is a sad state of affairs for us. So we've lost our cog. So we could look to get another cog out here. It would be kind of nice because we want to scout the city-states that are out in this area. A little bit of a mistake for me to come out here, like especially when I knew that this existed, because you got to remember when it comes to like continents and the way that they work, they're typically going to be working in like that blocky format. So the further you can get along here. Wait, why didn't we go up over this way? That was a big mistake. You know what? Let's go and grab ourselves another cog. We're going to put it even before this. We want to get that cog out. We do have a bit of gold in the bank. I don't know exactly what... Maybe we just do we just buy the cog? Maybe we save it for a mission. You know what? We'll save the gold for traders. Good idea. Good idea. We'll save the gold for traders. So in 7 turns, we'll be able to get the traders out or the merchants out. So that's going to be a big focus for us. You can see that we're... By the way, our specialists... Keep in mind, our specialists do get some pretty good bonuses. If we take a look at Confucius, we've got the +2 science from specialists. Now, speaking of specialists, let's check in with this. Because this right here... So this is a +4. So at the moment, it's an observatory, gaining 20. So if we do the math from that, that's 4. The observatory itself, how much does the observatory give? Let us... double check observatory. So the observatory gives 4 science as well. So we're at a base of 4. There's 2 specialists in here. So that's 4. So 8 science because of the base of the specialists. And then another 4. Dude, I'm confused. I don't know. It says 20. Let's have a look and see. Does it go up? It goes up. It pushes up the gold as well here. So we go from 20 and 11 to 22 and 13. That's not bad. That's actually not that bad. It's kind of bad. It's only a small amount, but I think the thing is, like, it'll stack up over the course of a game, over the course of like multiple cities as well. That's the other big thing to note. Is if you had a lot of cities, then it could definitely make quite a bit of sense. What was that? That's another religion coming. Dude, how many religions have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 religions. By the way, have a look at this. Hinduism is going ham right now. Is that pretty much everybody that's got a religion right now? Like, everyone's getting one. You get a religion, you get a religion, you get a religion. Everybody gets a religion. Okay, so we've befriended both of these. So, cultural city-state, Zimbabwe could be an option for us. There was a city-state out here. It got taken out. How about Gayong? Let's grab them. Why not? Let's take you guys. And then we'll come for the Zimbabwe afterwards. Sorry, Zimbabwe, you're kind of in the crossfire there in the middle amongst it all. What have we got? We've got 125 science. We unlock guilds. Lovely. And we get +1 or +2 gold on the guild hall or +4 gold on the guild hall in our capital. And the good news is we're only making 1 guild hall this game, my friend. Tecumseh is offering alliance. Let's double check and see. He's at war with Charlemagne. Now, Charlemagne does technically... He's got multiple flanks on us. Sorry, my friend. It would be nice, but unfortunately not today. Okay, what have we got here? So we've got the company post, which we're not going to be building. Because it can only be built... Cannot be built adjacent to another company post. It's got some other weird requirement, doesn't it? +4 gold. One food and 1 production in distant... Oh, that's what it is. You get the extra food and production in distant lands. Okay, so gold buildings receive +1 gold for every city-state you're a suzerain of. Or 6 food and 10% gold. Not bad. Or 5% gold for every city-state you're a suzerain of. Or 5 trade route range for every city-state you're a suzerain of. Definitely quite nice. Now, let's double-check. We've quite literally only got 2 mangoes sitting in here. So we could definitely afford to have... There's got to be camels out here, right? Let me double check and see what we can find. Is there anybody that we can trade with? Yeah, here we go. I was going to say, here we go. But look at, like, literally every single tile except for the camels are taken. Frustrating, but I guess that's just the reality. There's more camels over here. There could be camels to the south. Camels will be key here. Now, another world wonder that I would have loved to have gone for is the Tomb of Askia. But unfortunately, we don't have desert, so that's not going to make a whole lot of sense. When it comes to the world wonders that are on the civic tree, I think the best bet is probably going to be Notre Dame for the extra 3 culture on specialists, and we've got a lot of specialists, or at least plan to make a lot of specialists, so I think that makes a lot of sense for us to do. There's also, was it the White Tower? There was something else I was thinking about. Oh yeah, Borobudur. I think Borobudur might make quite a bit of sense as well. An extra food, happiness. It also gives us constitution, which is quite nice for happiness or for specialists, but it is going to be a -15 deduction on science, so that's something to keep in mind. But we'll go ahead and we'll grab Spice Islands just to start us off with. It's already slotted in, so that gives us a bit of extra food as well. And we'll go in and put our next... Do we take fish? Maybe we actually take the fish here. Because you have a look at this, we're at 42. That fish is going to give us +5. So that's effectively a 9 food tile. I think we're going to take it. That's a decent reduction. That's an acceptable reduction. We've also got the guild hall that we can take. So let's go and drop the guild hall down. And after that, then we'll do the wharf. We probably want to just put it on that because it's a quarter. And then we could even look at doing a kiln. Oh my lord, there's a 10 kiln out here somewhere. Over here. That's a impressive... Oh, it's because it's got the... it's going to have the specialist on it. That's why. We'll think about that a little bit later. All right, let's move out here and look to try and meet the rest of these city-states, or the last of these city-states, I should say. That is our finished, or we've now finished that. So let's go ahead and start purchasing our mandarins. Why do they feel so expensive? 160. We'll keep an eye on that. Trung track. No thanks. We'll just take the 4. I don't like the positioning. I was going to say, I don't like the positioning of what's going on right here. The way that he's moving. He's got the moves that make me a little bit concerned. Now, this is something I could get behind. I think we're just going to do it. That to me makes a lot of sense. That's quite a bit of culture. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Okay, so Mandarin options are now coming out. Now, we don't want to... Oh, you know what we want to do? We want to actually start trading with our good friend here, just because we want to build that relationship up a bit. So we want to trade with him first. We want to get as many Mandarins as we can possibly get. We want to do that with our merchants. We want to wait until we've got theology completed, and then we're going to be sending them all into the towns or the cities. Oh, yeah, this is actually quite tough because we want to trade with him and we want to convert, but we also want to get relics. But even if we get relics, like, we don't have anywhere that we can put them. We've got 2 that we can potentially do. So let's go ahead and just, like, move it down to Madrid. What's Madrid looking at? That's an urban population of only 8. So maybe we just go for, like, Roma or something. We'll have to double check and see. Can we get the trade lens up, please? Okay. So Madrid, the capital's got the most. Roma's only got 3. We'll end up trading with all of them. How about up over here? This is the capital as well. And this has got 14 urban population. So yeah, that's going to be our next trade target. So that makes sense. And we've met Octavian. Augustus. Good to see you, my friend Augustus. Let's have a look and see what their yields are like. So pretty good yields on Trung Track. 219, 130. Frederick's still got the best yields. Oh, yeah. I mean, they're all got pretty decent yields, though. We're definitely not, we're not front of the pack when it comes to the yields. We'll say that much. We're leaving a little bit to be desired right now. We definitely, we're going to have to pick up. Was that us? Did we complete a scientific legacy point? Did I see that right? We did indeed. Which tile? It's got to be this one, right? Yeah, because we completed the guild hall. So we're at 41 on that bad boy. So there you go. Not too bad. Turn 30. So I was relatively close to when I thought these would start coming through. So turn 30 is not bad. You can see these guys are at war still. That's going to probably start slowing down our turn timers a little bit if we have to witness their war. And we don't want to use our traders just yet. We want to use them in 7 turns. You can see just how many they've got out here. Quite a bit. We want to make sure that we avoid crossing that water until we're healed up. It's going to take some time. Yeah, you can feel those turns now. Taking a little bit longer. Okay, so this guy can go to sleep. This guy up here, he can also go to sleep because we'll be holding for another 6 turns. You can see a lot of units up here still moving around. I tell you what, it looks like I wouldn't be surprised if he actually taps out of this game. It doesn't feel like he's going to be able to keep up. Okay, so we've unlocked feudalism now. We've also got the extra science. We can look for our next city-state. So Zimbabwe, it's going to be you. Let's just double-check with these city-states that no one else is trying to befriend you guys before we are. Because that could be awkward. Oh, was there not a city-state here that we were befriending that no longer exists? I'm pretty sure there was, right? It was a cultural city-state, wasn't it? Let me have a look and see. Disperse an independent power that was being befriended. Minus 30. That is disappointing. You've barely got an empire, my friend, and you're dispersing. Like, yeah, of course you're picking on the little guys. Of course you're picking on the little guys. Anyway, we'll let him off for the moment. We don't really have anywhere to build these on the coast. That's one thing to note, the kiln. We could look to build it over here. Now, I think this is the last place that we actually want to build over the top of. It's the monument and the villa. Quite important. Now, what do we even want to build here? I mean, the kiln would be nice. Let's put the kiln down here. I think, actually, we're going to get so much culture from this anyway. Does it really matter? I think maybe we just go for... Oh, man, I'm so indecisive. The sooner we get the culture, though, the better. So let's just go ahead. We'll just put that down. Let's add in our next specialist. So I think we're going to have to heal this position. Let's heal up out here. And then we're going to try and dart across. Excuse me for tapping the microphone there. We've got 4 turns until we can get our reformation. And that's Hamiko, the High Shaman. The last... She's... Oh my... Wow. Bro, look at those yields. 289 science, 414 culture, 350 happiness, and 365 gold. She is absolutely destroying this lobby. That's not even close, man. She is double the culture of the nearest person. Highest on science by far. Okay. This is going to be this is going to be trouble. I don't know. How do we catch her? Because remember, she's deity and her yields are already that good. So she's already ahead in the first place. But then on top of that, she's just got insane yields. Like, in what world are we meant to catch her? I don't see... I mean, we're going to try and go for a science victory. That's how, like, I'm planning this game out. But the reality is, like, we're at 20%. We're only at 20%. That's really not that far into it, actually. We can do this. We can do this. I believe. What is going on right there? That's the missionaries, but he's having a little bit of a friendly time. We can probably get a few more mandarins out as well, so let's go ahead and do that. We can probably even look to get a couple of mandarins out. Actually, we're going to have our university out soon that we'll be able to put over here. So we can look to put the inn down. Though I'm more tempted just to get some more mandarins out. I think we want to try and get the trade up as much as we can. And that is theology. So now with theology through, there's nothing in here that we really want or need. Maybe evangelism could be decent. But for the moment, I think we just want to try and keep our... we want to try and keep all of our... Excuse me. Traditions in. I couldn't think of it. There we go. I got it in the end. A little bit of extra culture. We'll definitely take it. That's a nice little buff, about 11% extra culture. So here's our Reformation, or our Enhancer Belief. And Dawa got taken. Dude, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already taken at turn 38. That is incredible. Man, these AI have really come along, haven't they? So now that that's happened, that kind of like, that just ruins our plan. So what's the goal now? So 1 relic slot in temples in cities? That gives us an extra relic slot. Missionaries receive 1 charge. We weren't really planning to make missionaries. We were planning to make traders so that we could convert everything else. 10% production towards training missionaries for every relic. Well, we're only going to have 2 or 3. How about we just take the relic slot then and hope that we're able to find a way to get some decent points. That's going to be our goal. So we could look for Reformation, which should give us extra gold, extra science if our religions are held, and that's quite a bit. So I think we want to move into Reformation. Now, keep in mind, we've also got Ming civics that we could be looking to pick up. Ming Great Wall is probably going to be the most important part of that. So do we go for that now? It's 10 turns for Reformation. That's 15% on both of these. Though, remember that we will also be paying... Well, that's rationalism and religious orders. Those are not actually policies, if I remember correctly. Are they? No, they are policies. Excuse me. So that would cost us to have those in right now. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense right now to have them. So let's just go into 9 garrisons instead. That's probably the most... That makes the most sense. Oh, man, I tell you what, I'm a little bit disappointed about that. But at the end of the day, I mean, that's how the cookies crumble, isn't it? You can see we've got Rome already moving out here. Where are you going? You're going in the wrong direction, my friend. And we will definitely take that extra 20% food. Thank you very much. We'll take the 1... Do we take this? I think we probably just take the overbuilding bonus. It is going to give us a reduction, though. You can see we just copped... Like, maybe we just put this in instead. We put the... Whoa. We went around the world right there. Yeah, I think we just stick in the traditions just because we don't want to have the reduction in science. It hits us pretty hard. Now, next question. Do we continue stacking up specialists? Or do we come out here for this extra little bit of food? I don't think this is really worth it. There's an extra production out here as well, but I think you're just getting so much value from these. So let's go ahead and we'll slot these bad boys in. We could get the inn up as well. That wouldn't be a terrible decision. So we've got Madrid on the way. We've got this one. Actually, we want to get those trades in now, so let's go ahead and do that. And we'll grab this trade as well. And Madrid is coming through shortly. And we'll also... Oh, Trung Track is out here. She's got her capital. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Because you want to trade with all of these cities. You want to bring them across to your religion, but obviously it doesn't work that way. Not at the moment. So we're going to have in 2 turns our education being completed. Natural law, quite nice. I'm more tempted to take this. Actually, do we have any other scientific city-states that are going to be coming through? This one got captured. I don't even remember looking at Etelkos. So this could be our last scientific city-state. Zimbabwe, it's got another 8 turns to go. Tondo. Kiev. I thought we befriended Kiev. I guess we didn't. Okay, that looks like it's going to be our last one there. So we can get a free tech, or we can get like quite a bit of science per turn. And it's 5%, so that's going to scale over the course of the game. Whereas like here, we get one tech, maybe, yeah, we'll get one tech, we'll get 2 techs, maybe a third, maybe a fourth for the other city-states out there. I'm more tempted to go for this route. I'm curious though, what's the, I don't know what the correct answer is. We'll just take that. Extra 29% science. Absolutely. We're up to 179. A little bit more manageable, a little bit more respectable here. That puts us in 3rd last place. still struggling. Ooh, absolutely. We will take production on specialists. Thank you very much. That is so nice to get. What a wonderful quest that is. Ooh, that's a nice little spot right there. You'd need to, what would you need to do? Yeah, you need to put the fishing key in between here and then do it. And there's the city-state. Do we try and... I don't even think we need to heal up here. I'm worried that it's a hostile city-state and someone's befriending it and they're just going to bring a ranged unit out and take us down. So we do have to be aware that that can happen. We're basically... We're taking the risk. +1 science on specialists or 4 science on a university. I know what I'm taking. Okay, we've just got double back-to-back specialist buffs in the space of like 2 turns, which is amazing. And a scientific attribute point. We'll take those. So we're getting quite a bit of action over here. Oh yeah. Get me down here. Get me down here. Hurry. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to get to there until we come down this side as well. But that is beautiful. If we can make it down that side, where is it? It's down here. Oh, that's so far away. That's so far away. I don't know if we're going to be able to get down there. Ashoka, are you at war, my friend? You are. Sorry, buddy. We can't be friends. Why can't we be friends? We can't be friends because you're at war. Okay, so do we look for... I think we take the food on food buildings. That's definitely going to be helpful. And then maybe we come up for castles. University with 17. Absolutely. Was there anything else in here that we wanted? I feel like there was something that we're missing. No, that was just pretty much it. Oh, we can't actually... Oh, we can't even build this because it's already built by another player. Dude, how quick are these guys, like, building up? That is insane. That is incredible. Not only is someone already here, but they've already built. I mean, we literally rushed this, didn't we? We're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go all the way. I mean, let's take that. That's probably quite valuable. It's an extra 5. An extra 5 food's quite nice. Let's get our trader out here, though. Definitely. Continue setting up trade routes. Okay, we've actually got too much in the way of... What do we even want to put out here? An extra 5 food? We don't have the space. This is extra production, extra food. I feel like food actually might be better here. Wait, what was that? Oh, look how it's like, it glows when you hover over it now. Interesting. So I think we just leave them there for the moment. We've got more cotton. Let's put... That's probably going to be better. Yeah, we just go with that. The triple cotton setup, absolutely lovely. This tile is going to become a behemoth tile as well. What was that? What was that university? Like a 17 or something ridiculous? Yeah, 17. Jeez Louise, that's gonna be a good one. All right, let's go meet these guys. Okay, they're not being befriended by anybody. Economic city-state. This is an interesting capital location as well. Let's keep coming down. She might be actually attacking them. I'll have to pay attention. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so where is our next befriending going to be? We could look to drop an inn down. I think we probably want to just leave the inn for now or just put it in a suboptimal spot, like over on this position. Because there's a 5-2 over here. Maybe that's the spot that we put it. It's got a +2 adjacency. Yeah, I mean, the inn's not, like, particularly important, right? Like, we don't care that much about it. The main thing that we care about now is just Machu Picchu. We just want to make sure, at the very least, we get that. Improve trade relations. And we'll go ahead and grab that little trade. Though, to be fair, I don't even think we should be doing that now. Like, we don't actually need the trade. When you think about it, we don't need the trade anymore. We're not going to be doing anything with the trade. The whole idea was that we're going to be able to trade and then convert people over to our religion. Whereas, like, now there's just no point to doing it. So... Ooh, we didn't need that district. I thought that was just a flat 15 on the district health. Not that. Are there any masteries that we want to stop off and pick up while we do this. I thought we... Is it bugged? Or have I already got it? It says 2 turns. I'm trying to come down for it. I think it's bugged. I don't think I can... I can't click the masteries. Am I doing something wrong? Let's just come up to here. I'm 99% sure masteries... Maybe it's the mods that I'm using have bugged it out. Maybe that's what it is. +1 science for each resource to a city. This becomes +2 in cities other than your capital. No, that's not. I mean, it's still good. There's some solid bonuses in here. Oh, we want that one. Let's go for that. Actually, now that I think about it, we also wanted to pick up, at the very least, like bureaucracy. This is so... Oh, dude, Borobudur already built by another player, by the way. Notre Dame been built by anybody yet? No? White Tower? No? No? Okay, never mind. Dude, that's it. That's absurd how quick that was built. I mean, it is turn 46. And we are doing one city challenge, right? Like, we would have built it by now as well. So it's not like... It's not that crazy. But still, it's kind of crazy. Okay, Ming Great Wall. It's time. Let's get a few of these bad boys down. We want to start off with that one that was over there first. Because that's +1. So I think we're going to get rid of the beret. Just because we don't get the bonus from rivers anymore. Like, we've settled over the top of them. Do we want the culture? I don't think we want the culture here. I think our culture's probably got far enough as it is. Now, this is an interesting thing. We don't really have anything to gain from this. This is just going to hurt us. Let's just take the relic, which is kind of sad. Like, do we really not... We got 1 relic. Let's make it 2 relics. Why not? That's a sad state of affairs, man. Okay, we've got some good specialists that are starting to come online. That one right there. Boom. 280 science. Okay, how are we doing on science? Can that update? No, it's still 261. Okay, let's assume that we're doing much better. We're doing... Is that 2nd place on science? Are we 2nd place on science? What's up? What's up? What's up? We've got this. We've got this. I'm not fussed. I'm not worried. I'm confident. Now, do we build over the top of this? I'm kind of curious what we lose from that. Because obviously we pick up 5 culture, which is very nice. To be honest, production's not really going to be an issue, right? Like, everything's produced here. I think culture's definitely going to be... Yeah, like, if you go up 5 culture for 2 production... Like that, I think that's probably pretty worth it. You also get the extra gold in here as well. And, I mean, what else do you... I don't really know what else there is. We've got a shipyard now that we can build. We go... Do we just... I think we just Ming it up the whole way through. We just go full Mings. So maybe even let's go down here. Plonk these bad boys down. 250 gold, 125 science. I think we just take the gold. Is there anything else that we realistically want to do here to achieve our goals? Like, we need to continue pushing science because we need to get to this. Maybe actually we should get that shipyard in before we actually complete or start Machu Picchu. Because that could be an issue. Let's befriend you before we forget. Actually, let's double check over here. Oh, someone else is befriending it. How come we can't see who's befriending it? Look, that's another thing that's bugged at the moment. Because I thought... Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we ever checked those other ones. Sawmill, gristmill, kiln. I think we throw it down in the kiln, right? The kiln's probably going to be the best spot for it. You get an extra happiness over here, but here you get an extra 2 culture. And there we go. That's a 2nd one. So is that a 2nd or a 3rd one? That's a 4th one. I take it back. Yeah, we got 1 over here, 1 over here, 1 here, and 1 over here. So we are... Is that it? No, that's a 34. This one? That's a 22. Where are our 4? 1, 2, 3. I don't see the 4th one. Maybe I measured it wrong. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Never mind. I did. I measured it wrong. My bad, my bad, my bad. We're okay, we're okay. Okay, how we doing here? Architecture's almost complete, so that's going to be 2 turns, and then we've got urban planning. So we're pretty much set to go right now for Machu Picchu. We're just keeping an eye out for it. That's pretty much going to be our saving grace in this game, because that's going to generate us a whole bunch of gold and culture that we have absolutely no right generating. So let's go ahead and do that. We've got 65 turns until our next celebration. Now, one of the things that I'm definitely looking upon a 1 turn or 1 city challenge with great fear. Oh, how did... You made it all the way. Well done, friend. Well done. We still need those camels, though. Is there a way? Oh, there is. There's a search function, isn't there? I remember that there's a mod that you can get which allows you to search for stuff. And I want to search for camels, but I want to see it in a trade route that I can access it. It's very specific, like the information that I require. So it's like, okay, so... Oh, Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe. You give me everything that I need and so much more. Do we do pavilion? I think we do a pavilion. That's got to be a pavilion. We're actually going to be generating some pretty serious culture here. This is some really good culture, actually. Okay, so we can now put these in. Let's go ahead and grab that. I think we still want to keep Canberra for the moment. 14 science from Varna. So +2 science in settlements with a garrisoned unit. It's kind of meh. We're at 300 science. Like, it's not worth it. We'll take the gold. Thank you very much. And now let's go down into the mastery for an extra 2 resources. And there's nothing else realistically in here. So maybe the Ming Great Wall receives +2 gold in settlements with a bank. Let's get ourselves a bank. The bank comes in right here, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. So we will 100% be getting ourselves a bank. So do not fret. We will have it in soon. So pavilion almost complete. So we're befriending that first city-state. So this one, we still don't know. Like, we obviously know it's getting taken. It's a hostile city-state. It won't actually do this little growth thing if it's a hostile city-state unless someone's befriending it. It's only at the point when someone's befriending it will it actually do that. Okay, so we've got another 7 turns for Machu Picchu. I tell you what, dude, if someone gets Machu Picchu, my heart's going to be broken. Fuck off. Are you serious? Are you serious? I can't believe this. Sorry, I normally don't swear on this channel. She's got 800 culture, bro. She's got 400 science per turn. Like, our one hope, our one thing that we were, like, really banking on was the fact... This is one of those other things that I wanted to, like, talk about. Is when it comes... And I guess this is one of those things, right? Like, when we talk about Civ 7 and we talk about things that we don't like, this is going to be something that I write down, and it's quite... You know, it's probably pretty close to the tippity top. When you are playing like a Civ 6 game, right, as an example, you've still got the ability to like meet players, interfere with players, even if they're on the other side of the map. Even if you're playing like a 12-player game, right, you can still somewhat do that. You can at the very least like talk to people and be like, hey, go to war with these guys, right? Whereas in Civ 7, there are players on the other side of the map that you never get to interact with or never see until Exploration Age. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I played a game once where in the Exploration Age, I came across their continent and there was 1 player on there. It started out as an 8-player game, 5 people on my continent, 3 on the other continent, and that 3 players got whittled down to 1, a single player, Xerxes, King of Kings. He had killed the other 2 players, and he was, like, in the end, I was able to beat him. The point is, he became so incredibly powerful, there was nothing that could really be done about it. And because of that, it's like, I guess one of the issues that I've got is like, sometimes you'll get it where it's like the AI is a wonder sniping AI. And that can be really disappointing, right? Like you're going for wonders and they're just getting sniped out from you constantly. I've had like AIs in distant lands build like 11 or 12 world wonders. And it's like ridiculous. So I don't know, maybe there's like, I don't want to get too like off topic here, but maybe there's something that should be done about the power of AI in distant lands, at least in the early stages, like in Antiquity. Like I don't know, maybe I'm the only one that feels that way, but I notice it quite a lot that there can be runaways in Antiquity quite a bit, and I think Himiko might be one of them. I don't know, maybe the AI is just very good with Himiko. Like these are some impressive yields. Just keeping in mind this is a 1 city challenge and we're not trying to compare her against us, but rather the other AIs. I mean, she's what's if she's playing what's Hawaii? She's playing Hawaii. I mean, even after the nerfs, Hawaii's still probably pretty decent, dude. I was looking at Hawaii like, what civilization is that? But no, don't worry. We sorted it. Okay, so that really gives us nowhere to look forward to. Nothing exciting. Nothing for us to be able to be like, you know, this is going to take us through to the next stage. This is what's going to guarantee our empire's success. Now we're just kind of Now we're just chill. Disappointing. Let's grab this for the extra little bit of gold. And we've got ourselves 3 more slots that we can put in. So we'll take the production. Or do we just take the food? Maybe we take the food. Maybe food's actually not terrible. I think we take the food. It's going to be a hard ask getting us around there. So we might just do the long haul all the way back here. Let's check in with this city-state and see if it's been befriended yet. Still hasn't been befriended. I'm going to go and befriend it just for the memes. And we'll also give it a little bit of support. So it's going to be 20 turns for us. I don't think we're going to get it. I think it's bugged, and I think another AI is going to, or an AI is going to take it. I'm not an AI. I'm not a cat. That's a classic meme. Okay, so we've unlocked urban planning, which was kind of like the goal from the beginning of the game, but problems happened. 5% gold for every city-state you're a suzerain of, or +1 gold for every city-state you're a suzerain of. We're going to take the bigger number. Bigger number is better. I wasn't actually keeping a track. No, that definitely was the right call. Oh, man. I tell you what, I'm so disappointed that we missed out on this. Let's keep adding to this. That pushes that. That's at 4 specialists now. That's a decent amount of specialists that we've got. We can now take this. Lovely. Because we couldn't take it before. Was it because we clicked on... Because we clicked all the way up to... I think that's what it was. I think because we clicked all the way up to urban planning, it bugged out, and it was like, you can't click on this one now. I think that's what happened. Which kind of sucks, but at the same time, I mean... I understand how spaghetti code works. I'm not going to get mad about it. We've got +1 production on clay pits and mines. So let's go and grab that. That is absolutely lovely. Only 4 culture, but hey, 4 culture is better than none. And now we want that bank. So let's go ahead and put that bank in. So there's definitely no argument for us to be putting it over here, right? Like, we can just avoid that now. We still want to stack it up on top of existing urban tiles, but we still want to keep it away from here. Somehow, this guy's still alive down here. This is his last city, actually. We can't, unfortunately, take his last city. But we can stare at it as it gets taken. So these have all pretty much been complete. We can look to grab Grand Secretariat. That's not... We're not going to get a whole lot out of that. I think from here, we just go into Reformation. And then... I mean, what else has been built? What else have you built, Hamiko? Okay, you've already built White Tower. It'd be cool if it told you who built it. Like, already built by another player, and then brackets, Hamiko, High Shaman. That'd be cool. Wouldn't that be cool, guys? We could have that. I wouldn't mind that. Oh, man, I'm so disappointed. That was our perfect Machu Picchu spot. Where did you even build it, Hamiko? I can't wait to see. Okay, we've got our crisis finally coming through at 72%. So... Beyond the mortal realm lies another, so citizens of this world believe. Through prayer and rite, sacred books and holy places, they venerate the divine in their own way, seeking guidance in this life and the next. These diverse practices enrich our society and with inventive perceptives. It's too late. It's too late. Unity is possible only under one dogma. All faiths must be accepted. Me personally, I'm all faiths must be accepted, but today we're role-playing. Unity is possible only under one dogma. And it's got to be ours. It's not really. I mean, for our city it will be, but, you know, you practice whatever you like. I'm not going to be upset. Where else do we take this? There's not a whole bunch of... Yeah, there's nothing really in here. I think this is probably it, right? -8 happiness in settlements that do not follow your religion. Well, you know what that means. Looks like we're purchasing a missionary. It's an expensive missionary, 600 gold, but it's going to be worth it. So we'll convert over to our religion here. We are researching Reformation as well, so that's going to be quite important. We've got 5 that we can use. 5, excuse me. We've got 5 charges that we can use, which is quite significant. So I think we'll go down and put on this tile right here. And next turn, we're going to have access to castles. So that will mean, where do we even go about putting our castles? Probably on this tile? Because we want to avoid soaking up too much in the way of any other adjacencies. Like, we want to... These are good, right? Like, that's a 15, that's a 16 yield, 16 yield, 14 yield. We don't want to be eating up any of the Ming walls. 12, 13, and 15. Like, that's really going to hurt if you do that. Was that 2 in a row? That was 3 agreements in a row, which is quite a bit. Okay, so missionary. moving over to our Great Wall. And next turn, we'll be able to convert over. And we'll have Reformation through soon, which is going to give us that 15% boost. But we will also be losing minus 15 science for each of those. But we're at 353 at the moment anyway. So it's not terrible. So we're going to get that little bit of, that little bump in stats. We will win this game. I tell you what, I think the best... Oh, is it even possible? Now, if I look at unlocks, is it even possible to unlock Nepal? Have 3 settlements with at least 5 mountains? Because I feel like Nepal is probably the most underrated civilization in modern. And I think it's very good for science victory. Like defensive science victory, because everyone's trying to war you. So if we could somehow get Nepal, we're obviously not going to be able to do it with a 1 city challenge, but if there's a leader that allows you to do it, then 100% it could be like, it could be legit, super duper legit. But I don't think there is. There's no leader that maybe, you know what? I'm just going to hold my tongue, because maybe there's a leader that just got the bonus. Like, I don't know, like maybe Ashoka, as an example, just got the bonus. It's like, Ashoka's from this region, so he gets this bonus. It's like, okay, fair enough, sure. Okay, so we're going to... I think we get rid of Canberra and Varna and put in rationalism and religious orders. We take a very slight hit to our science. It was like 4 culture, but there's a whole bunch of other bonuses that we get. Trong Track, you at war with anybody? Yeah, everyone's really happy with us. She is at war with 2 people. Sorry, Trong Track. I love the... I love your desires, but unfortunately, we must respect our faith. Let's just keep it that way. Do we come down here for this? I don't think it changes anything, do we? Yeah, it doesn't change anything. So let's try and come up. Oh, already built by another player. I wonder who it possibly could be. Is there a way to see how many world wonders she's actually built? If we were at war with her, then we could try and... if we were at war, then we could see her world wonders. But there's no way for us to actually check that. Because you can check in the city screen when you try and get peace if you're at war with them, and it will tell you which world wonders are in there. So I think there's still quite a lot of information that you really need to be able to discern. So I think we try and get future tech here. I don't think we'll get there, but we should try and get it just for that extra point, because it could make the difference. Now, do we add in here? I feel like production's important, but you know what's more important? The influence. Like, any little bit of influence that we can get is going to be significantly important. Okay, Kiev. What happened with Kiev? Oh, medieval wars. Let's do it. What happened with Kiev? Because they got the expanded territory around them, and yet no one's befriended them just yet. Right? So, is it just that... Hold on. Was there... No, I'm trying to rationalize how they get the extra territory. Is that just what happens even if they're militaristic and hostile? Because I just thought whenever they're hostile, it stays that way. It stays not shrunk, but it stays small. Okay, I think that's it. I think we'll just befriend them. Because I feel like the AI should have taken it by now. If they were going to, you can see they got extra tiles. They're expanding.
I have collected
That's authority. We've still got our clicks throughs right here. Let's have a look and see. We've got vassalage, definitely worthwhile. But do we really want to be giving up science for it? I mean, we'd probably take the culture over, or the gold over the happiness. So let's go and do that. And we'll hold for the moment. No one's really that upset with us. Biggest threat we've probably got here is Charlemagne, but he's only got the 1 city, and it's not going particularly well for him. I love that he's still at war, by the way. At war with 2 players in this game, and neither of them have eliminated him yet. Impressive that you can somehow wake up every morning here, Charlemagne, and still find a way to do it. Well, I think we're going to get Kiev. I guess I just misunderstood the mechanics. Disappointed that we didn't get the... Was there 2? I feel like there was a scientific and a cultural within here. So yeah, we get it. So 1 range combat strength. I mean, we'll take it. That's going to give us a whole bunch of extra bonuses. Of course, we also get the population now as well. Oh, we were at 2 population. I think we're still doing relatively well here. So do we put... I think we just put additional science... Where do we do it? Where do we put our specialists down? That's a +7 there. I think we take that. And we've got another one coming up in 2 turns, which is not bad at all. In 1 turn. So do we put... +2 gold. Are we I'm missing something, aren't I? If I go over to Inspiration, Ming, Forbidden City. I mean, it wouldn't have really changed much, right? 2 culture and 2 gold on all fortifications. So that'd be like an extra 10 culture and 10 gold even at this point. Not a huge difference. 50% influence towards covert settlement espionage actions. And -4 happiness in homeland settlements. Or +4 gold in settlements not following your religion. -4 happiness in distant land settlements. Do we really want to do... I mean, we could do covert actions. I kind of want to save my influence for the beginning of the next stage, though. We're only going to be able to take about, I think it's 400 or so, like 350, I think it works out to be. So it's not a huge amount. And what have we got? We've got 10% construction towards wonders. I mean, at this point, we're so deep into the game. I'm pretty sure we've lost every single wonder at this stage. So for early modern, our focus is really just going to be rushing towards the victory condition. I think that's pretty much where we are at this stage. We're going to be working towards future tech here for the moment. So we can move into... Do we go into more traders or more merchants? I think we probably do. We can save that up for... We can save our influence, though. We do have shipbuilding, so it means that our merchants can get across the ocean if we want to go over towards the other players. So let's go and do that. Oh, we got some good stuff in here. We gotta get that all sorted out first. Let's go grab a whole bunch of mandarins. I tell you what, I'm in the mood for vitamin C. I will say right now, I'm not a huge fan of mandarins, like the fruit. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but like, I don't know. Whenever I wanted citrus, it was just like, mandarin was never really the go-to for me. I was more of like an orange kind of guy. Tabriz over here. Oh my, there are a lot of Persian cities. Shiraz, dude. Look at all these Persian cities, dude. Oh man, these is there's a lot of Iranian cities in this game today. What's going on with all of the Iranian city names? That's kind of wild, man. All right, we'll trade to ruin. Other than that, I don't think there's a whole lot. Our music has stopped right now. It's always a bit eerie when the music stops. Friedrich, are you at war with anyone? You are. You're at war with 2 people, dude. Everybody's at war. You know the best part about one city challenges? You don't upset anybody. You're just happy. You're just chilling. You're minding your own business. You're having a peaceful life without Machu Picchu. You're having a wonderful... I mean, to be fair, even without Machu Picchu, we're at 72 total yields on this tile. Like, that's kind of good. I mean, it's all specialist, but still, like, that's still pretty good. Still pretty good. Let's trade with Ruin. Let's trade here. I'm getting a little bit of a frame drop, but it's not nowhere near as bad as what it was. So I think the patch that they did has definitely fixed up quite a bit. I will say that right now. How are we doing here? These are good numbers, man. 210 science, or sorry, 210 culture in this city. Like that's some good numbers.
Since words are not fine.
All right, so diplomatic services through. So we've got another social policy that we can put in. I'd love to do 5 culture per alliance, but obviously if we take any alliances, it's not going to be pretty. We probably don't want to put that down just yet. I mean, how many turns have we got left? Probably like another 16? Somewhere in that region? Probably not even that many, right? Oh, yeah, maybe 16 turns. Though at this point in the game, we're kind of getting to the pointy end of the stick where things are going to go pretty quickly from here. We'll just save that for now. So where does our influence go from here? I think we improve trade relations at home, and that's all we do. And then we purchase merchants every chance that we get, and we send them towards our trade partners. So let's go ahead and do that. Chiang Mai is going to pick up a nice little trade route down here as well. Dude, Chiang Mai is a great city, isn't it? Look at that. It's also got the Grand Canyon in there. That's a great little town. Great little town. Great little city right there, my friends. We'll also grab more mandarins. You know what we could be doing? We could actually be sending out for, would you accept a ginseng agreement? Okay, she would. How much actually is that? 8 food in the capital. That's not bad, actually. You know what? Like, that's quite decent when you think about it now. Now that food is, like, a little bit more refined, the balance for it, I think that's actually decent. All right, do we have... We're looking for it. See, we don't have these ones. We're looking for camels, but unfortunately, it's not there. So we'll just come up for Resilia. And this was kind of wild land that Tecumseh spawned in, didn't he? Like, it is... It's definitely not your standard. Definitely not the standard that land that you see. Like, look at this. Could you imagine getting this? How upset you'd be with your spawn? This is one of those the spawns that you'd make a video about. Like, I know I would. I'd be like, this is the worst spawn I've ever seen. Like, imagine you started off here, and this. Like, to be fair, he actually like did quite well considering the circumstances. All right, we got 2 more crisis policies. We actually just finished future tech. So where do we go with regard to future tech? Well, we'd love to come down here, but obviously we haven't been able to do that. Scientific, boom. That's actually so huge that we made that right there. That is so massive that we got all the way down to here for that. Oh, that's massive, because it means the next age when we go into it, it's actually going to be, our science is actually going to be good. When you convert a settlement, you own, gain a migrant, and damage 3 buildings in that settlement. Good thing we're not going to be converting any settlements. Right, guys? Right? Exactly. We're at 96% here. Do we need to purchase any more mandarins? I think we do. That should be the last one that we purchase. Hopefully we don't get hit with a... Oh, you know what? I need to start saving the game right now, because we could get hit any turn with a rollover. And you got to remember, like, with those rollovers, nothing you can do about it, my friend. That's just the way it is. So we'll throw that down there. I mean, we can try and prepare ourselves. Let's move that trader out there. This one can come up onto that tile. Oh, we rolled over. Oh, no. Oh, it's dangerous. It's dangerous right now. We've got 1 turn left on society. Okay, we're at 98%. You know what? We're just gonna... We're not gonna risk it. We can't risk it. Let's drop the trader in. This trader here. We've got quite a bit of trade routes that have actually just come up, which is definitely quite good. Improve trade relations here. I think we've still got a couple more that are out here as well. Indeed, we do. We can't actually get this one. We've got 2 more in here, which is quite good. Still quite a bit out here. So let's bring the cotton out and throw that in. What are our dates doing? 3 food and 3 happiness. And let's go ahead. We're going to save the game right now. Just in case. Because you know what this game is like. What if that was the turn, dude? What if that was the turn? So we're at 195. But the trouble is... The trouble is, if it rolls over in mid-turn, we will lose, like, everything. We can't go back and look at it or anything like that. Okay, so society's finished. So we don't have to worry too much about that. So now let's improve trade relations. We're at 652 on our influence. We grab a little bit of extra food. Why not? Extra bit of gold from our specialists. Speaking of specialists, wonderful. So where do we plonk our next specialist in? There's some good ones out here. I think we want to take coastal. Oh, was that what I thought it was? It was. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we actually hit the golden age for science. What a relief. I'm kind of glad, because we didn't check that. I could have just thrown it in the total, like the 81 yield tile. But fortunately, we managed to do that. To be honest, I completely forgot about it. I thought it had already been done. So, just goes to show. Glad that we got that. Okay, next turn we should be able to get this one as well. And I think that's all the trade that we actually need. So still at 98, wonderful. So let's go ahead and grab our next trade and boom. So quite a few resources in here. So that's going to be pushing up our next age. So we're at 47 population now in the capital, which is a decent amount compared to where you could have been before. We'll grab our... This could be 100% right here. I think this might be. Let's have a look and see. We'll actually tell you. Yeah, so there you go. So 199. So technically it shouldn't... Oh, no, it will end on the next turn. So we can save it right here. Thank you for the alliance offer. So we'll save it right here so that we don't have to replay those last few little turns. And now we'll take a look at where we are. I mean, this is it, right? Like, we managed to make it through exploration. We didn't get a single world wonder during this time. There were world wonders that we wanted to go for, but they were getting sniped left, right, and center from the very beginning of the game. And when you don't have this big number of cities, you're not going to be supporting these huge yields. So despite that, our science leader for this game, on 742 science, it's Hamiko. Coming in second place with 670 science, It's Tecumseh. And then finally, Trung Track with 659 science comes in third. We are in fourth place with 510 science. So not too bad there when you consider that there is a total of 8 leaders and we're only on 1 city. Now, when it comes to culture, it's a little bit different of a story. You've got Himiko here on a cool 2,159 culture. Good luck, guys. Then in second place, we've got 722 for Ashoka. Third place, we've got 611 for Tecumseh. And then we've got Trung Track, 514. Oh, sorry, Frederick, 514.5. Trung Track, 514.4. And then after that, we've got Augustus. And then we finally trottle along at 308. And I think that's it, right? And then we've got Charlemagne all the way down here at the bottom. So in the end, we're not doing that hot on yields. But the one thing that I'm hoping as we move into the modern age is that we are going to be focused on absolutely doing our best to win the game, whereas the AI is not going to be as competent as us at beelining towards those targets. So just to quickly roll over and take a look at our options in the modern age. Obviously, we've already saved it at this point. By the way, what was our production at? We're at 99 production, so not too bad. Wait, did it just do that thing? Yeah, it did that thing. Technically, now it's the last turn. So we're at 99 production, which is not too... Yeah, that's the one that we want. 99 production. Decent amount of production here. That's a good cap. That's a good cap. You'd be happy with that capital. I mean, you better bloody be happy with this capital, with the amount of specialists it's got in here. Where is it at? There you go. 18 specialists. 4 rural population, all down here. Is that what it said? I think it said that. No, it couldn't have. It would have to be at least 7. So I think we did pretty well as the Ming. So we've got some options. So 3 science per quarter. Definitely something that we can consider. Let's take a look and see what our options might be as we move on into the modern era. So I think you'd be crazy not to go for the Qing dynasty, right? Like, you just keep it thematic, yeah? But Meiji Japan is sitting right here. And we got some good bonuses for Meiji Japan. And we do want to try and get a scientific victory. We unlocked them through, I guess through their actual bonus. We've also got the Mughals that we could try. Not going to really make a lot of sense. The Qing dynasty. There's nothing in here, if I remember correctly, that really excited me that much. And then, how did we unlock Siam? Play as Khmer. Is this like the only way that you can do it? Play as Khmer, play as Chola? Like, that's it? You can't actually build 4 temples and unlock them. They don't let you. And other than that, we don't have any other options. I would have loved to have done Nepal again. Nepal is so much fun. But unfortunately, it's not going to be the case. So I think our best bet here is probably going to be to go Meiji Japan. But I'm curious what you think. Let me know down below. Is Meiji Japan the right call here? Or should we be thinking more about the Qing dynasty? Because my temptation is Meiji. And they've got quite a good bonus for science. So their overbuilding bonus. I was going to say, hold on, where did our music go? So they've got quite a good overbuilding bonus. So that's definitely something that we would look to take advantage of. As well as that, they've got this building, the Jukokyo, which is also a wonderful production building. So they've got some really strong bonuses that would help us do what we want to do, which is build projects. We've got a beautiful city right here. And you know what I want to do? I just want to check how many world wonders she's got. Like, we're not even going to choose legacies right now. Just I'm going to force roll over the turn. I just want to see her lands, Himiko's. It shouldn't it just reveal everything? Or it doesn't reveal everything? I thought it revealed everything. I thought it revealed the whole, both of the continents, but I guess it doesn't? Maybe I'm crazy. Anyway, so we can't see it. But that's the direction that I'm thinking. So the main focus, as I said, is going to be that we try and just really beeline towards all the technologies that we need to. That's pretty much it. All the way up the tech tree, all the way to rocketry. We're going to try and work in as much with regard to our production so that we've got a decent number here for the late game. That is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, leave a like down below. If you've got any questions, any comments, any feedback, leave a comment. And of course, if you're looking forward to more Civilization 7 content, then be sure to hit that subscribe button because there is always time, officially now, for one more turn.